You're in a one-on-one with your skip level. They ask, so how's the migration going? You launch into the technical status, sharded writes, dual read cutover, P99 looking healthy. They nod, ask 2 follow-ups, and the meeting ends. A week later, you find out your project got deprioritized in a planning meeting you weren't in. You didn't get outmaneuvered. You answered the wrong question. Managing up runs on 3 lanes: people, projects, politics. Most engineers, staff ICs and new EMs both, only run one of them well. Usually projects. And projects is the lane that matters least to the person you're managing up to. Here's how the 3 actually work. Lane 1, people. This is, does my manager trust my judgment? Not does my manager like me? Trust gets built by calibrating your confidence signal. When you say, this is fine, it has to actually be fine. When you say, I'm worried about this, it has to be a real risk, not Tuesday anxiety. Amazon's writing culture works because the 6-pager is a forcing function. Your judgment shows up on the page week after week, and your manager learns the resolution of your forecasts. The IC version, your tech lead reputation, is your forecast accuracy. The EM version, your headcount asks get approved based on how often your last 3 asks turned out to be right. Lane 2, projects. This is where everyone over-indexes, but there's a specific shape that works. 3 sections, always. What shipped, what's at risk and why, what I need from you. That's it. No architecture diagrams in the status update, no P99 graphs unless P99 is the story. The mistake is treating status updates as proof of work. Your manager doesn't need proof you worked. They need decision inputs. Stripe's RFC process trains this muscle well. The doc isn't there to show effort. It's there to extract a decision. Same template applies upward. Lane 3, politics. And before you skip this one, politics isn't backstabbing. Politics is resource allocation under ambiguity. Which org is hiring, which is shrinking, which VP just lost a fight, which project just got an exec sponsor. If you don't know this, you can't tell your manager anything useful because they're spending 80% of their time on it. This is where staff plus ICs hit a wall. The promo doc asks for organizational impact, and they list refactors. Organizational impact means I knew the data platform team was about to lose 2 engineers, so I scoped my project to not depend on them. That's a politics read translated into a project decision. For EMs, this lane is your actual job. Your reports think you're protecting them from politics. You're not. You're translating politics into project shape so they can keep coding. So here's the calibration. In your next one-on-one, count the minutes. If you spend 80% on project status, you ran 1 lane. Try this instead. 5 minutes on what shipped and what's at risk. 5 minutes asking what they're hearing 2 levels up. 5 minutes on one decision you're about to make and what they'd weight differently. That's not managing up. That's just doing the job at the level you're already getting paid for. Next video breaks down the scope trap that kills most staff promos. When the work is great but the story isn't legible 2 levels up. If you want the 1.1 agenda template I use for the 3 lanes, it's linked below. Curious what lane you run worst? Drop it in the comments. I read them.